Aloha, it's Madison here. Welcome to day 5 of our 30-day yoga asana challenge, practice, learning, treating ourselves, TLC. Today's pose, we're actually going to stand up. And this pose is called chair pose. Chair pose is a great pose for strengthening the lower body, strengthening the core, strengthening the arms. It's a full body pose and it creates a little bit of heat in the body. So I hope that you enjoy it today. And we're going to go ahead and begin in a standing position. So if you are sitting if you were just sitting, go ahead and stand up with me. Whether you're standing on your mat, you're standing on the earth, you're standing wherever you're standing. You can do this anywhere, anytime, any place. So you're going to go ahead and stand up. And in this pose, you're going to start breathing just really deeply in your standing pose. This is actually called mountain pose. And isn't it fun that there's a mountain behind me and I kind of look like a mountain? I'm kind of shaping the mountain a little bit. Mountain pose, hands are out, breathing deeply, spreading the fingers. Feet should be hip width distance apart. So you can check. You could go head, shoulders, knees and toes, hips and knees and toes. Just making sure that your feet are hip width distance apart. And I'm going to go ahead and turn for you here. What can help in this position, honestly, in a chair pose, is to bring your toes, your big toes, a little bit closer together than your heels are. And the outside of your feet should actually be parallel to the sides of your mat, or at least to each other if you don't have a mat. So it's interesting, but you want to make sure your ankles are hip width distance apart. Ankles are hip width distance, and your toes are just coming in ever so slightly. And from here, you're going to start to get a little bend in your knees a little bit. Okay, so just kind of start, bouncing on your knees, having some mobility, flexibility in your knees. And then from here, you're going to sink into, like you're going to sit in a chair. It doesn't have to be that low, but however low you could go is great. And so go ahead and start to bend down, whatever's comfortable. And you're going to take a deep breath in here. And you're going to exhale and push your arms up above your head. So your arms, your upper arms should be in line with your ears. You can kind of wiggle your fingers, taking deep breaths in through your belly. In through your nose, out through your nose. Pranayama. Ujjayi breath. You can sink a little lower if that's comfortable for you. Build a little more fire. You can bring your palms to touch here if you want to. You can drop your most of your fingers and just keep your pointer fingers forward. This is called a fire mudra. Your thumbs are interlacing in the back of your hands or like facing behind you. You can bring it a little more of an arch in your upper back if you'd like to. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling, or just reaching out for as long as you want, as long as it's comfortable for you. You could do some squats if you want to. And you can bring your hands behind you if you want to. Airplane arms, reaching back. Taking deep breaths in through your belly. And when you're done, you can go ahead and bring it back up. Reach up to the sky, take a deep breath in. And if you want to, you can rain it down. Swan dive is where you bring your fingers out to the sides. I like to sprinkle my fingers, wiggling them, and then exhaling, coming down into a forward fold position. Inhaling, you're going to halfway lift your chest, if you'd like, and you're just dropping down. So hips width distance, dropping down, if you'd like to. Or you can still be in your chair pose, whatever's good for you. In this forward fold, you can also have your hands on your shins. You can have your hands on your thighs if that's comfortable, whatever's comfortable. You can get into a ragdoll pose from here too, which is just bringing your hands to your alternate elbows and just taking deep belly breaths. This is really releasing for the upper back. Don't do anything that makes your body hurt though. Slight discomfort's okay, and we breathe through it so that we can get through any discomfort on and off the mat. And I'm I'm going to finish today back in my easy seat. You can drop down from your forward fold, bringing your hips down to the ground and coming back into your easy seat if you'd like to. If you want to hang out in ragdoll for the rest of the day, I encourage it. Make sure you're taking those deep breaths in through your nose, out through your nose, and all the way down into your belly. I actually breathe out through my mouth. But yeah, thank you so much for practicing this with me today. I hope that you enjoyed the pose and that your body is loving this yoga and these different asanas that we are learning together. So thank you so much again for showing up. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Mahalo and namaste.